this way.
What have you done?
You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Шепард. Капитан Шепард. Хорошо. Посылки. Давайте взглянем, что за посылки здесь у нас. Может быть, что-то эдакое там.
So this is where they've been sending these.
Окей. Лампочка включилась. Какой-то сервис, да? Ладно, хорошо, входим. Надеюсь, все будет в порядке. По крайней мере, очень хочется в это верить.
Bigby Wolf. The big bad wolf.
Так, это мразь. Сейчас мы найдем ее, думаю. Здесь у нас ничего интересного нет.
You used to be something.
Девушки все эти. Да. Сходство.
They used to fear you. They'd hide anywhere their small shivering bodies would fit.
Жутко выглядит. Колесо для путок, видимо. Хорошо, давайте дальше двигаться. Видимо, нам вот сюда. Угу. Так. Хорошо, хорошо. Здесь ничего. Хорошо, видимо, нам только сюда надо. Исследовать верстачок. Ага, здесь они пули отливали. Где она, черт побери? Где-то зеркало по-любому должно быть.
It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you've finished, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Ах ты ж, блин, а.
Wow, what a man. Stealing punches while my back is turned. Didn't your mother ever teach you to fight proper?
X. Отлично. Давай, давай. Отлично. Надо эту мразь бить. И вести надо себя с ней, как с последней скотиной. Тварь. Как она прячется, я не понимаю. Либо она быстрая, либо это реально зеркала какие-то. Либо она через отражение может ходить. Черт его знает. Понятно. Понятно. Давайте сюда. Может, она сюда вернулась обратно. Да, круто. Очень круто сделали этот эпизод. Безумно много экшена. И диалогов не меньше, кстати. Погнали, друзья, погнали. Сейчас мы взглянем. Что за херня там творится? Так, стоп, стоп. Ой-ой-ой-ой. Блин, я не успел, ё-моё. Так, ладно, еще раз мы идем. Сейчас я буду готов нажать. Буду готов. Если вдруг надо будет. По крайней мере, я надеюсь, черт подери. Так. Черт подери, у меня не срабатывает почему-то. Я же вроде руками закрывал.
Face me.
Странно все это, ладно. Сзади, тварь. Ни хрена себе. Обалдеть, черт возьми. Сексуальная девушка, да? Ничего не скажешь. Ух ты ж, мать его, за ногу. Да, битва титанов, можно сказать, да? Ай, ты ж, бог ты мой-то. Так, ладно, ладно. Давай, 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 мать твою, давай, Бигби, черт подери. Давай. Отлично. Отлично. Мы получили свою божественную форму. И это чертовски радует. Да, детка, ты просто космос. Обалдеть! Это иллюзия получается. То есть где-то настоящая, и если она еще здесь, конечно же. Просто охренеть. Так, но эти не настоящие, если мы их не можем. Давай, 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 давай. Ой, ты ж, мать твою-то. Бог ты мой-то. Какого черта тут творится? Они просто избивают, реально. Так, давай, давай, давай. Ай, попасть не могу. Попал, попал. Супер, 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 супер. Так, Бигби. Не сдаемся, дружок, не сдаемся. Не сдаемся. Охренеть. Давай, давай, давай. Давай, друг, давай. Черт подери, мы так не можем умереть. Охренеть. Охренеть, мать его. Охренеть. Это просто мрак. Вот это мясо, друзья. Безумно эпичная форма. Просто жесть. Сколько же у нее этих иллюзий? Несчетное количество. А вот это, видимо, настоящее. Так, давай, давай, Бигби. Мы сделаем эту детку. Давай, 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 друг, давай. Нет, это иллюзия, черт возьми. Хорошо, где настоящие, я не могу понять, их слишком много. Они идут и идут, я реально не понимаю. То есть их верные. Давай, 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 давай. Давай. Обалдеть. Он же сдувал. Помните, да, сказка про 3 поросят? Он сдул домики. Обалдеть. Это реально круто, друзья. Это просто очень круто. Да, мы не так просты, как подумала эта сучка. Она все силы свои потратила, видимо. Я схавал ее, пацаны. Обалдеть. Мы ее сделали, получается. Поздравляю, ребят, этот бой, конечно, был очень крутой. И довольно-таки эпичный. Да, очень тяжело, конечно. Да, одеться не помешало бы. Ну что ж, дядя.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
Серебряная пуля.
This gun holds 6 rounds of specially designed silver bullets. Now, I may not be the best shot, but I can guarantee that at least one bolt will meet its mark, and you'll find yourself rolling on the floor in agony, unable to heal yourself. Without Swinehart to save you, you'll die. Is that reason enough for you? Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want. You plan to do what she says, don't you?
Snow's not here. You're dealing with me now.
That may be true, but I'd advise against defying your new boss, at least for the time being. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial. Are we clear?
You need to tell me right now. We're not going anywhere until I get some answers from you.
If you want answers, you're going to have to cooperate with me.
Подонок, мать его.
Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women.
Ты приказал,
And I
подонок.
think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
Maybe you didn't carry it out, but I don't think Georgie was lying when he said you ordered their deaths.
Georgie would have said anything to save himself. We both know that. I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
Нет, ты убийца, мразь. Он только что нас хотел убить, черт подери.
As you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers, but you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero? Because those are two very different things.
This is about protecting Fabletown. And some asshole murders 2 of our people. It's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie. He's
Подонок.
dead, isn't he?
Вот подонок, а.
My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle. You know, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Miss White again. My previous interactions with her have gone rather well.
Хорошо.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say? Hey!
Отлично.
I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a
Ради нее
reliable
только
pup.
это и сделал.
I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
Здесь что-то не так, черт возьми. Что-то не так. Здесь слишком все просто, слишком все просто. Слишком просто, друзья. Моя последняя сигарета достижения. Забавно.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Черт возьми.
Are you okay? It's been hours.
We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
What? Don't I look okay?
I guess you've been worse. You did well,
Мне
Sheriff.
нравится больше.
I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do
you?
you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girls.
think you have the right to
And
just
what
do
about
this
they?
to
Да,
people?
походу,
They
у него
are
немного.
Fucking crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder of
As I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he
Обалдеть.
still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Georgie was a victim of this psycho, too. He was pushed into the whole thing and now he's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White. Unless you plan to abandon the charter entirely.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
Отлично.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
Yes, thank you. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where
well.
it fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it then.
promised you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start
Она
doing
правильно
things
говорит, как мне
correctly.
кажется.
No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg. It was only a matter of time before something like this happened.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this
Блин,
bullshit?
я уже сам сомневаюсь, потому что я думаю, обалдеть.
Bigby, when you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people, use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a
Слишком гладко он говорит, ребят.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
We didn't abandon anyone. We've been trying to help them.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Snow?
I know what you're doing, and it's not gonna work. You can't manipulate us or these people. We're not here to talk about this.
Oh, we're not?
Bigby just
This
means...
is important, and I'm glad it's being talked about.
You know why I asked him to destroy your tree. You were working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a Crooked Man.
Охренеть просто.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
He took Faith and Lily from us. And while we can never get them back, we can certainly punish who's responsible.
They're right.
Охренеть.
You're all still afraid of him,
Чертовски круто.
even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over. And those girls will have their justice.
А прикиньте, если он не виноват, это будет самый фейл. Черт возьми.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke, especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
So, are we done?
You won't be able to talk your way out of this, crooked man.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this.
Да, люди, что с вами?
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie killed
Let me just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course.
А может это Блуберт? Ой, Блуберт. Борода эта голубая.
Whatever you're getting at, get to it.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
What? You think you shouldn't be held accountable?
You're the one on trial here. Don't try to turn this around on us.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for mine.
This is completely different.
I did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know.
laws apply when we
Просто
need
я
them.
вообще... Я теряюсь, ребят, реально. Давайте.
What's that supposed to mean?
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White!
Обалдеть! Что случилось, Лин? Да ты издеваешься, мать твою, мы в заброшенном городе призраки одни мамочки. Разве мы не должны были догнать их? Вообще-то мы с тобой тут развлекались, подруга. У меня плохое предчувствие насчет этого места. Сестренка, мне что-то нехорошо. Ага. Так, вроде все диалоги мы у нее забрали. И можем двигаться дальше.